Greetings, hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. Schneider Prime Inc. Similarities, differences, I will bring to you today. Please hit that subscribe button, click that like button. I would really appreciate it. It will help my channel to grow, and I would love to have you a part of this community. We stay positive over here. Positive vibe, positive energy. Hey, I won't make this all drawn out. It's not about me. It's about you today. So, similarities, differences. Prime Inc. Let's go with the similarities. Prime Inc., Schneider. Both companies, they will employ you. They will train you to get your CDL. Also, if you're graduating fresh out of CDL school, both of them will employ you as well. If you are an owner-operator, it's a no-brainer. Both of them will employ you as well. Schneider, they have a reimbursement program for CDL school. So if you go to a CDL school, or if you went to a CDL school before, they will reimburse that. That's a good program as well. So with no experience, both companies will employ you, and I think that's pretty good. All right. Health benefits, you might want to go into detail, but both of the companies have pretty good health benefits. 401k with matching contributions, detention pay. If you are at a shipper or a receiver for any extended period, you get paid detention pay for that, which I think is pretty good. Could be better from my observation for both companies, but that's it with any companies. You're going to have good, you're going to have bad, you're going to have pros, you're going to have cons. Freight. Let's talk about freight. Reefer, flatbed, tanker division, dry van. Both these companies offer them. I will say this, that Prime is more primarily reefer. They got a lot of reefer freight. Schneider, they have a lot of dry van freight. You want to talk about pay? Let's talk about pay. Fresh out the gate as a rookie driver, 51 cents for Prime Inc. Fresh out the gate as a rookie driver, 39 cents for Schneider. You do get a 0.2 cents per mile bonus every 3 months with Schneider. So your first 3 months, then after that, which would be 6 months, goes up, I think, to a year with no ticket or no accidents, or you don't lose any points on their point system and stuff like that. So it's not just the cents per mile why you would choose a company, though. It could be dedicated freight. I will say that Schneider has more dedicated freight than Prime Inc. When I was doing my research, I'm from the Midwest. I was told that in my region, for Prime Inc., they only had flatbed dedicated roads. Schneider, they had a lot more, but then again, 51 cents to 39 cents. The math didn't add up for me. I went with Prime Inc. For training, Prime Inc. offers lodging, 3 meals per day, stuff like that. Schneider, same. Let's talk about pay during training. Prime Inc. gives you a $200 advance. You repay that, whatever you use, like $25 per paycheck. So that's not too heavy on your paycheck when you're repaying that. Schneider, you get $80 per day. As long as you're available, unless you are sick, whether you train or not, you get $80 per day during training. So that's good on that side as well. For Schneider, I think they have a sign-on bonus when you go with them. For me, when doing my research, I don't pay too much attention to sign-on bonuses because it just screams at me desperation, like the company is desperate for drivers. A lot of these mega carriers, they have a pretty huge driver turnaround rate. Some people will just use them as starter companies, get their CDL, stay with them for a year, and then they leave. So what some of these companies do is they have a sign-on bonus that screams at you. So you go to them. It usually takes a year, 2 years to pay off the sign-on bonuses, and they usually have some. They usually have all kind of stipulations. So I didn't look too much into the sign-on bonuses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Cameras, Prime Inc trucks do not have any cameras. Schneider trucks, they have forward-facing cameras, which I think is pretty good. They also have on the mirrors cameras that, catch the side of the truck, so that protects you as a driver. I think it's pretty good. For Prime Inc, you have to buy your own dash cam, stuff like that. So, as I said before, it's not just the cents per mile why you would choose a company. You know what I mean? It could be freight. You want to be with a company that you're always running, a company that gives you the opportunity to make more money. Over the road, you're out here, you're already spending time away from your family, so you want to make money for that. You don't want to be out here wasting time and stuff like that. So what I like with Prime trucks is they have a APU. So if it's too hot in the summertime, you could let that APU run while you're at a shipper or a receiver. If you're with Schneider, let me know. I didn't see that. Let me know if their trucks have APU on them. In the wintertime, it could be dead cold out there, and you could turn your APU on, turn your heat on, and keep the truck warm without the engine running and stuff like that. So you have companies out there, believe it or not, that do not have these APUs on their trucks. Lease program, I did a video about Prime Inc.'s company versus lease. I don't know much about Schneider on that end, but I hope that helps you to get some form of insight on both companies somewhat. What I can say from Prime Inc. From Prime Inc. point of view, and also talking to the recruiter from Schneider when I was doing my research, both these companies will take you on. The recruitment process is not that long as you fill the requirements that they need. You don't want to be a kind of person that calls a recruiter and say, hey, I want to get with you guys and stuff like that, and just leave it all in their hands. Do a follow-up. Check to see where the process is. Check to see where your application is. For me with Prime Inc., my application process, getting to Prime, everything, it could have literally take, let's say, a week. But I wanted to give the company that I was with, a little bit of notice before I leave. So I kind of extended that period purposely to 2 weeks. But yeah, follow up. You could get with these guys if you're thinking about getting a CDL. If you already have your CDL and you want to get some experiences, I hope that my research and me sharing this with you helped somewhat. You know what I mean? In terms of the speed of the trucks, as a rookie driver just coming out here, I really don't think you should be going too crazy down the road. You don't want to be going too slow, because then you become a hazard on the road, stuff like that. But a lot of guys will go, oh, Prime trucks, they go 58, they're the slowest on the road, yada yada yada. Man, out here you got to be careful. You got to be mindful of vehicles around you. There is so much in your first in your first year as a truck driver that you will be learning and stuff like that. So when doing your research, the cents per mile plays into it. The location of the terminals play into it. I sure wish Prime had a terminal closer to my home, but they get me home pretty pretty good. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I'll see you soon in more upcoming videos. Thank you for joining me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, help us to grow, and I will see you soon.